It takes a lifetime to become the best that we can be. We have not the time or the right to judge each other. It's one life, and there's no return and no deposit. One life, so make sure you like what's in your closet. It's noise, I think it's pretty. And so what if I love you, sparkle and you spangle? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life is a sham till you can shout out, I am what I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck, sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. It's my life that I want to have a little pride in. My life, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can shout out, I am what I
Looking to trade US shares? Now,
hill and just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your mental joy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man. Turning hour a lot. I felt the whole world was so tired. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. It's a place there called the YMCA. They can stop you on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything of your mental joy. You can hang out with all the boys. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, pick yourself off the Hello, everyone. What a wet Friday. Guess this is one of the good things of working from home today. Thank you for tuning in to our Ultimate Consumer Seminar today. Guess what? We have more than 1,000 RSVPs today again. Looks like there are many people who are still logging on. Let's wait for them, shall we? We will commence the session in about another 3 to 4 minutes time. Stay tuned.
Two kids with their hearts on fire. Who's gonna save us now? When we thought that we couldn't get higher, things started looking down. I look at you and you look at me like nothing but strangers now. Two kids with their hearts on fire. Don't let it burn us out. Think about what you believe in now. Am I someone you cannot live without? 'Cause I know I don't wanna live without you. Yeah, come on, let's turn this all around. Bring it all back to the bar downtown when you wouldn't let me walk out on you. Yeah, you said, hey, what you doing for the rest of your life? And I said, I don't even know what I'm doing tonight. Went from one conversation to your lips on mine. And you said I never regretted the day that I called you mine. So I call you mine. You call you Broke kids running through the city, drunk on the subway train. Set free every time you kiss me, we couldn't feel no pain. You looked at me and I looked at you like we never look away. Broke kids running through the city, don't let the memory fade. You said, hey, what you doing for the rest of your life? And I said, I don't even know what I'm doing tonight. Went from one conversation to your lips on mine. And you said I never regretted the day that I called you mine. So I call you Can I call you mine? And you said I never regretted the day that I called you mine. Think about what you believe in now. Am I someone you cannot live without? 'Cause I know I don't wanna live without you. Yeah, come on, let's turn this all around. Bring it all back to the bar downtown when you wouldn't let me walk out on you. Yeah, you said, hey, what you doing for the rest of your life? And I said, I don't even know what I'm doing tonight. Went from one conversation to your lips on mine. And you said I never regretted the day that I called you mine. So I call you mine. And you said I never regretted the day that I called you mine. Can I call you mine? Can I call you
All right. Everyone, are you ready for another powerful sharing by our top ERA leaders? As the saying goes, life is like a cup of tea.
It's all in how you make it. Likewise, what are you going to do out from your home during this time? Keep calm and enjoy our Tea Talk series. Well, while many are still logging on, maybe let's take the next few minutes for some announcements before we invite our speaker on. First up, we have two exciting Tea Talk sessions next week. On Wednesday, 29 April, we have 5 ways to turn crisis into opportunities by Gary Lau, our ERA Chief Agency Director. Then, we wrap up our April's Tea Talk series on Thursday, 30th of April, with 5 ultimate rules to protect your real estate assets by Shen Jiaming, ERA Division Director. After that, we have more good news to share. Our May schedule is almost complete. If you join us next week, we will share it online. Now, without further ado, let me share with you a few brief intro of our next speaker. Zac Huang. Right, Zac is another well-respected leader in ERA. Having joined this industry after serving in the army, he has more than 14 years of real estate experience under his belt. Since joining ERA, he has steadily moved up the ladder to become our advisory group division director, one of the highest leadership positions in ERA. He now helms 30 divisions in ERA, leading more than 800 real estate leaders and salespersons. Well, besides a high flyer in ERA, Zac is also an avid property investor, real estate trainer, and also a book author, if you don't know. His illustrious accolades have earned him features on the pages of newspapers, as well as many property-related speaking opportunities. Earlier today, he was one of the invited panelists on 99.co live streaming series called Achieving Success in Tough Times. His seminars often resulted in full house turnout. Today, we have more than 1,000 RSVP, which is more than a full house turnout in any venues. Currently, he serves as the project division director for Martin Modern, Riviere, and 19 Nassim. So I'm very certain he has gained many property investments insights from mid to luxury class home buyers. So without wasting any more time, let's welcome Zac online to share with us the 3 advanced investment strategies to win in property investment. All right, are we ready? Zac, over to you.
All right, can we give John a big round of applause? So if you are hearing me loud and clear, can you just type 1 into the chat box or inside the comment? At least I know you can hear me before I start. Yeah, okay, so we have got more than 1,000 participants coming in. In fact, it is a very different experience now. I'm in front of like 2 computers and 1 mobile phone. Yeah, talking to myself. Okay, so today I just want to set the context, right? Okay, I think many of you have been attending a lot of seminars. Okay, a lot of seminars by real estate agencies, by bankers, by financial advisor. Okay, today I don't want to talk about things whereby that is affected by COVID, but I want to go slightly deeper. Okay, I want to go deeper as in I want to talk about the fundamentals, the basic of property investment. Okay, hopefully you all can gain some insights before making your property purchase. But first and foremost, can I just check? I just want to look at the chat group. Okay, if you are somebody who joined into this ultimate consumer seminar because you are a seller, can you just type 1? Okay, if you are a seller, you plan to sell your property, can you just type 1? At least I know. If you're somebody who is going to buy a property soon, you don't know which property to buy, can you just type 2? At least I know, do we have more sellers here or do we have more buyers here? Wow, okay. A lot of 1 coming. Okay, good, good. Keep it coming. All of you can see my screen, right? Okay. Let me just try to share my screen. Okay, some disclaimer first. There's no one size fit all kind of investment talk. Okay, also to say that after today's session, you don't just make a property decision because this is what Zac shares. Okay, whatever I'm going to share ahead is all based on my 14 years of experience. Okay, you should not use whatever chart and graph to make a property decision, because every customer, every consumer is different. Okay. First and foremost, okay, for the next 1 hour, I only have got 60 minutes to share with you, so it can only be bite-sized. Everything will be I'm going to share with you in nuggets form. Okay, I just want to make sure it is easy for you to understand. Okay, and of course, this is what I hope. I hope everybody can be engaging. So if I ask you a question, you can just put inside the Q&A, put inside the comments. Then at least I know you are not sleeping. You are still listening to me. Yeah. Good. Okay, self-introduction. Okay, I'm actually 37 years old, married with 3 kids. Why is this important to let all of you all here know? Is because you see, at different part of my life, there's different kind of investment that I made. Okay, so I think there's a lot of people who haven't even bought their first property. They are thinking they are probably in my situation with the commitment of having children, having the house that they are paying now. Is it a good time to sell one, buy two, etc.? Okay, so I do have experience for the past 14 years working with developers, working with agents. So hopefully my sharing can benefit you somehow or another. Okay, in the business for 14 years, currently I'm the advisory group division director. Okay, together with my partners, we have got more than 2,000 agents, okay, in our team called Preeminent Group. Okay, this is my area of focus. Okay, I'm still a full-time practitioner. I still sell houses. Okay, I'm also a project director, like what John mentioned. I'm actually leading Martin Modern, Riviere, 19 Nassim. I train in ERA in my team. I speak for ERA. Okay, I'm also a book author. Okay, these are just some of my accolades and milestones over the past 14 years. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with all of you all is about property is actually a long-term investment. Okay, I do understand that some of your property agents out there are talking to you about, oh, buying now in 3 to 4 years time, then you can sell your property and make a profit. Yeah, I mean, if given a chance, why not, right? If you sell today, if you buy today, in 3 to 4 years time, if you can make money and buy bigger unit and buy more units, I think that's good. Okay, but the question is, market is something that is something not predictable. Okay, so my suggestion to all my consumers and when I teach my agents, okay, property must be something your customer or yourself must be able to hold long term. Okay, for example, during economic crisis, can you hold on this period? Okay, can you still continue to buy this property investment? To me, from an investor point of view, this is extremely important. Okay, the only time when you lose money is you cannot hold anymore. You got no choice but to sell the property. Okay, and you see, end of the day, there's a lot of customers whereby if they can hold through the economy crisis, when the good time comes, they are still able to profit. So I just want to remind everybody, property is a long-term investment, not something that is short for you to look at. Okay, and I got this from the Department Statistics of Singapore. Okay, this is done in 2012 and 13. This is the situation out of 100 people when they reach age 65. Okay, you look at it. The average household expenditure is actually $4,724. Okay, for people who reach 65. Okay, my question to you is, how many of you are having a household expenditure more than this $5,000 at the moment? If you are somebody who spend more than 5,000 for your household, can you just type number 3? At least I know number 3. Okay, if you're spending more than $5,000 in monthly household expenditure, you type number 3. You see, the problem is, right, you look at more statistics. Okay, by the time we reach 65, okay, 10 of us probably will be dead. Okay, and the thing is, sometimes when you are not prepared, sometimes dying is better, you know. Okay, in a way, okay, if you never plan for your retirement, Some people, when they are dead, they got no more such concern. Okay, but you look at this, only 13 out of 100 people actually have got monthly income of more than 5,000. 20 of them have got a monthly income of $2,000 to $5,000. That's after age 65. But the scary part comes now. Okay, 21 out of 100, which is 20%, only have got a monthly income of $1,000 to $2,000. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Less than $1,000 monthly income, we have got 36%, 36 out of 100 people. Okay, so is it important to plan ahead before we reach our retirement? Okay, if you look at these statistics, I just want to tell you, in Singapore, we actually have got 50% or more people who are not prepared for their retirement. Okay, whether you buy insurance, you buy stocks, you buy property, it doesn't matter. But a lot of the people out there are not prepared. So you got to ask yourself, how many of your friends or relatives out there are prepared to go into retirement with certain amount of money, okay, consistently coming in every month? Okay, that is important. Huh? Next, retiring with $1 million. Okay, how many of you think that retiring with $1 million is enough? Can you just type in the comment, yes? Yeah, at least I know you think $1 million. Okay, you may not have it now because it's in your investment, in your property. Okay, if you think $1 million is good enough, you type yes in the comment. Okay, or some of you type no. Okay, majority type no. Okay, you look at $1 million. What does this $1 million means to you? Is every month, technically, if you divide, okay, it's only $4,170. How do I get this calculation? Very easy. Okay, I just assume you use this $1 million for the next 20 years. Okay, so you divide by 20 years, then every year you will get 50,000. Then every month you get 4,000 plus. Okay, guys, look at it. Okay, by then, I don't know how old are you. Okay, but I'm 37 years old this year. Okay, per day, if I can only spend $138, probably now is enough lah. But in another 30 years time, I don't know, inflation, will it catch up? Will our food, our transport, our housing become more expensive? Can I still continue to have $1 million per month, 4,000? Is a question mark. Okay, but now is, how many of our friends and relatives actually retired without this $1 million? Those people who type no inside my comments, think about it. A lot of people are retiring without this $1 million. Okay, so the question is, if you now have got a way to prepare, to get ready for retirement, okay, what can you do? Okay, next, inflation. Everybody knows about inflation, but seriously, is everybody taking action to hedge against inflation? I don't think so. Okay, majority of the people are just simply don't care about this thing, okay, that is happening. Look at this. I actually show you a chart of 10 years inflation in Singapore. Okay, in average, 10 years average is about 1.8% per annum. Okay, can you all see? Okay, 1.8% per annum. But this is overall Singapore. It includes your property, it includes your food, includes your transport, okay, in average. But there are actually three main categories of inflation in Singapore. I'm not sure whether you're aware of that, okay, but I just want to pull out the first three. Okay, number one, of course, is housing. Think about it. How much is our property worth 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Did the price went up? Yes, of course, there's capital appreciation, but a lot of capital appreciation actually boils down to this thing called inflation. Why? Because land cost becomes more expensive, right? Okay, material cost to build a house becomes more expensive, right? Okay, food. You ask yourself now that, yeah, McDonald's is closed, but think about it, 10, 15 years ago, when you buy McDonald's, is it cheaper? Okay, if it is not cheaper, let me tell you why I say inflation still happen on McDonald's, because your fries is getting smaller. Okay, the Coca-Cola that you are drinking actually gets smaller. It is happening to you. Probably you didn't realize it. And also in terms of transport, okay, yes, I drive. I last checked If you were to take a bus, okay, a feeder bus from interchange to your house, it costs at least a 60 cent to 80 cent now. Okay, I remember just 20, 30 years ago when I'm still going to school, if a bus ride costs only like maybe 25 cent, 30 cent. Okay, in fact, this thing double up more than 100% because of inflation. Okay, inflation actually helps provided you own an asset like property. Okay, inflation helps because there's this compounding effect. Okay, let's assume inflation at 5% because it is compounding. You buy a property today at $1 million. If you can see my screen, $1 million. Okay, next year it will become 1.05 because of we assume 5% inflation for property. Okay, then the following year it becomes 1.102 million, so on and so forth. So if you look at the number 10 year, you just buy one property at $1 million without doing anything, just inflation, this property will go up to $1.628 million. Okay, is this a lot? I leave it to you to decide, but this is what's happening, 1.628 every 10 years. Okay, but can I just tell you something like that? Okay, later I'm going to show you more statistics. In fact, property price went more than this 63% in 10 years. Okay, in fact, most of them doubled more than 100%. Yeah, so if you want to be conservative, okay, maybe you think this is 5% is too high, you don't need to assume 5%. You just imagine $1 million every 10 years become 1.5 million, profit 500,000. I want you to ask yourself, is this something you want to happen to your life? Every 10 years give you additional 500,000. Do you want that? Okay, if you want that, then the following next few slides, okay, and today's session will definitely benefit you. 3 things that you need to know before you invest in real estate. I understand there's a lot of people, my client, my high net worth customers are also inside here. Okay, some of the things I actually learned from them. Okay, first and foremost, you must understand about this thing called age. Okay, age is something whereby it coexists with property, right? Okay, people who are less than 35 years old, you actually have got an advantage. Why? Because you can stretch your loan tenure all the way to age 65. Meaning to say, if you are buying property young, you also have got a tendency of paying lower monthly installment. Will this help you? Yes, I think so. You can continue to stay with your parents, buy a property, rent, pay using CPF, get the rental from your tenants, right? Pay with CPF, get the rental from your tenants. Rental your profit? Yes. Why? Okay, because you are young, you can stretch so that you can bring down a bit of your lower down your monthly installment. And next thing I want to touch on is actually on income. A lot of people at different stage of your career, okay, especially if you are in your early 20s, early 30s, I think this is the time frame 20 to 30s. You should think about how much income potentially you are going to have in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, guys, we are at the golden age. Okay, for the next 10, 15 years, we still have to work. Okay, and your income, at least to my customer, people that have met before, their income always increase from when 25 all the way to 40 years old. Their income always increase. Did you leverage, okay, make use of your income to get the certain amount of loan that you want? Okay, last but not least, buying property you need to plan. Okay, why? Because there's this thing in Singapore called TDSR, right? TDSR when introduced actually affected a lot of people buying property. So if you're somebody who wants to buy a property, you need to manage your debts a little bit. Okay, our ERA consultant can actually help you on that. It's 60% of your income. Okay, if you have got a lot of car loan, okay, you have got your study loan, then this might affect or the loan amount that you are going to take. Okay, so that is something that you need to know before you invest in real estate. Next, I think this is the beautiful part about real estate, which is about leveraging. Okay, we leverage by what? By other people's money. Okay, where did these other people's money, OPM, comes from? Okay, comes from the bank. The bank, there's a lot of people who put in the fixed deposit, put their savings inside. What did bank do? Okay, to help us, they actually lend you the money. Okay, and I think probably a lot of you would have already know the interest rate actually went down significantly. Okay, because of quantitative easing in USA. Okay, that's why borrow cheap money now is one of the reasons why a lot of my customers still continue to buy property. Okay, I just want to touch on a little bit on this buyer and bank relationship. Okay, if you can look at my screen, we are the buyer or the property agent. When you buy a property, you actually put in a 25% down payment in Singapore. And I remember when I first joined the business, okay, the LTV was actually 90-10. Every $1 million property that you potentially going to buy, you just need to come out with 100,000, just 10%. You can buy a property. The bank will finance 90%. Okay. You see, the thing is this. I always wonder, can I just go to UOB Bank and buy a gold bar from them and take a loan? If I want the physical asset to go back home with me, I cannot. I got to give them cash, right? Okay, but the beauty about property is that you can actually loan, okay, from the bank, borrow other people's money, which is a beautiful thing. Why do I say that? So imagine you buy a property at $1 million, you come out with 250,000. Like what Zac says, in 10 to 15 years time, when your property values go up to 1.5 million when you sell, you actually profit that 500,000, right? Okay, of course you pay some interest for it. Yeah, but the bank don't come knocking on your door and tell you, hey, come, listen. Okay, you remember I actually borrowed you 75%. Okay, now that you profit 500,000, I'm going to take 75% of the $500,000 that you profit. Do banks do that? No. That's why the understanding between this bank and the buyer's relationship is very important. Okay, a lot of time people benefited because they took loan. Okay, they make their money work harder for them, right? Next, okay, this is my suggestion. How do you protect your family against property loan? Guys, as you know, buying property in Singapore especially, okay, it's not going to be a small quantum. It's going to be something that I recommend everybody protect yourself. Yeah, you see, what you can do is really, okay, if you are really worried, there's mortgage insurance, there's other insurance that you can buy when you buy in any property. Okay, and I think everybody should do that. Okay, bank also offer you whether you want to take out mortgage insurance with them. Okay, so if you're taking 75% loan, I felt you no need to worry. Touch wood, anything happen, okay, at least you know your family are protected. Okay, the money, your spouse, your loved ones can then decide how they want to use the money. You want to fully pay, can, no problem. You want to take the money and go and use up at different time, by all means, right? So I think this is something that you can buy to actually reduce your risk. Okay. Second thing I want to share with you is about Singapore's transformation. Okay, and also on the URA master plan. Okay, so just in case you do not know what is this, basically it's about Singapore's transformation, how Singapore is going to be from time to time. Okay, and in fact, we are very blessed. Singapore is actually guided very transparently by this thing called the URA master plan. I think most of you probably have been to URA gallery. They got very big models there. Okay, they show you every part of Singapore with model. How is it going to be like? Okay, and how do we make use of URA master plan, okay, to plan for Singapore's transformation? Okay, this master plan actually guides Singapore's development for the next 10 to 15 years. Okay, we work towards this projected target to make sure our master plan comes into real life. In other words, if you can see my slide, it is a glimpse for you into the future. Basically, you can somehow or rather predict Singapore is going to be happening exactly or 90% near to what URA gallery is going to show, what URA gallery show up in terms of model. It is all going to happen just because of URA master plan. So if you study together with the ERA consultant, I think this will definitely help you. Yeah. Okay. How many of you remember this 2008 Jurong Lake District? Okay. If you remember this place, can you just type yes, Jurong? Okay. At least I know you remember. Because when they announced, there's a lot of customers, they are skeptical about Jurong. In fact, at that point in time, because I was a very new agent that time, probably 1 to 2 years in the market. Yeah. So I actually don't really understand what they are trying to do. Because I'm staying in the east. The only time that I ever go to the west is probably to visit a friend or eat something nice. But my experience going to there is always, wow, it is Jurong is factory, right? Jurong, when you drive there, there's everybody experience this cocoa smell, you remember, from the factory. Okay. Is it possible that Jurong Lake District is going to happen? Guys, think about it. 2008 is only 12 years away. Yeah, thank you very much. I see a lot of Jurong. Yeah, okay. You look at Lakeside, you look at Jurong Gateway. Did all these things happen? Recently, I bring my kids to Jurong, the Lakeside. I've been to Chinese Garden. They are still revamping. But there's so many people. Why? They put in so much facilities, so much new car park, so much new play area whereby family can enjoy, people can go do their fitness and run around. Yeah. So of course, Jurong Gateway, where the MRT is, where all the big shopping centers are, I think you guys are very familiar. Okay. So this is what happened. Okay. I did a check on the timing. After 2008 master plan, what really transformed Jurong based on timeline is something like that. Okay. June 2010 Gem site ready. Okay. 1112 West Gate J Gateway ready. November 12 March 13 hotel is in Jurong, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? Okay, how many of you don't mind go stay at hotel? I mean, after COVID, go stay in a hotel in Jurong. Is it meant for Singaporeans like us? I don't think so. It's for people who are working there. Why do they need hotel? Because there's a lot of businesses working in places like Vision Exchange. A lot of grade A officers there. Okay, they are overseas expat. When they come to Singapore, working in Jurong, they stay in Genting Hotel, right? And can you believe it? They actually built Ng Teng Fong Hospital, Jurong Community Hospital, okay, in Jurong. And you see, this Ng Teng Fong Hospital actually looks more like a condo than a hospital. If you know what, if you have seen it before, right? They decorated the whole place with greeneries, with plants. So nice. Of course, 2015, we announced the location for HSR. Yes, HSR is being delayed now. Okay, there's nothing guaranteed. It's not 100% after master plan, everything will come true. Okay, but there will be still some hiccups here and there. But I felt it doesn't matter. It's exactly like they built MRT station. They never say MRT cannot break down, right? Yeah. So it's exactly the same. At least they confirm HSR is going to be there. We managed to come into an agreement with Malaysia. Okay, they paid us a certain amount of money. Okay, we delayed this HSR for 2 years. If I'm not wrong, this 2 years is going to be up. If I'm not wrong, they are going to renegotiate this thing again. Yeah. So my question to you, do you think URA master plan takes place according to their plan? Maybe not 100%. Okay, but I must tell you, majority of the things that government mentioned came according to URA master plan. Yeah, can you now buy a property and go into a certain area whereby it goes in line with master plan? Okay, and the answer is definitely yes. Okay. Okay, look at Jurong Gateway now at a glance. Almost everything is up. Big Boss, Vision Exchange, Ng Teng Fong. You can see the bottom, Ng Teng Fong is there, the hospital. Yeah, Westgate, J Cube, 4 or 5 shopping centers around all this location. Hotel Genting is there. On the top right hand corner, you see Jurong Lake. And all these are separated by a few MRT stations. Okay, why am I telling you this? Because there's a lot of opportunity. It's not only based on one MRT station that they are developing. Okay, when they announce master plan, is always the district, okay, the region, okay, that is important. Because of master plan, look at Jurong Gateway now, guys. Okay, you look at Jurong Gateway. In 2013, okay, when government introduced TDSR, do you know property price index actually came down? Okay, but a good property in a good location based on URA master plan, okay, prices progressively went up. Can you imagine Jurong already selling 1,007, 1,008? This is average, guys. Jurong selling 1,007, 1,008. Okay, my question to you, have you catch up with the prices in Singapore? Or you are still living in the era whereby you're buying properties less than $1,000 per square foot? Okay, why is all this thing happening? Because for the past 10, 12 years, land price went up so much. Material costs went up so much. Marketing costs went up so much. Everything went up. So can property don't go up? Cannot, right? But of course, this is back to Singapore's transformation and URA master plan. This one very interesting. You see, PM Najib and Lee Hsien Loong. Every time I see this slide, then I thought of this thing. 你们明白我在讲什么吗？新加坡的 transformation 真的 yeah, it's the magic water effect, right? Okay, you see, back then we actually agreed to exchange, okay, 2 pieces of land just to take back the train station, yeah, and they decided to further develop this place called the Ophir Rochor and Marina Bay. Okay, if you remember this photo, you see our PM Lee looks so much younger 12 years ago, right? More black hair, now all white hair already. Okay, can you just type Marina? Okay, you type Marina, at least you remember. Okay, look at this place. Same thing when they announced master plan in 2008, Ophir Rochor, dual residence. Okay, we started off selling about maybe 1,008, 1,009 in 2013. When property price index comes down, prices in good location, good property don't come down. How much are they worth now? Okay, 2003, 2004. And just for your info, there's other properties in this location, okay, in Bugis, Ophir, Rochor. They are transacting $3,003 to $3,005 per square foot. Okay, you can speak to your ERA consultant to understand more about this. Okay, and how much is profit? Okay, over the past few years. Okay, if you look at this unit, level 33, they bought about 1,000 square feet. Okay, at about 1.99 million. They sold it at 2.4 million. 2013 and 2018, right? Okay, in 5 years' time, they profit $355,000. Okay, you look at the bottom one, you buy a small unit, probably that's a 2-bedroom, the level 9 unit, just a purchase price of less than 1.2 million. Okay, in probably 4 years' time, okay, 13 to 17, the profit is about 213,000. Just 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it is very important that I want to re-emphasize location. Okay, Singapore's transformation master plan is something that you need to go through. Okay, to look at where you are going to invest. Okay, it is a very simple concept. Okay, but a lot of people just don't understand. Okay, I'm more towards a statistics kind of person. I prefer not to have emotional attachment when making decision on property, especially. Meaning to say, to me, the marble flooring, okay, the showroom, not so important. Okay, if you don't understand the big picture, no matter what marble flooring, what appliances, what good brands they give you, it is not going to help you in your property investment. Okay, if you understand me so far, then you just give me a thumbs up in the comments below. At least I know you understand and you agree with me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can see all of your raised hand. Cool. Wow. You flood my screen. Okay, cool. Next, URA master plan 2008. We saw this new Marina Bay. Back then, I I mean, I also don't believe, probably I was young also, okay, 20 over years old, okay. Nobody believed that Marina Bay is going to be the Marina Bay today, okay. My impression before I come into the business, Marina Bay is a place whereby there's a lot of flat piece of land, people go there and fly kite, okay. I go there and eat steamboat, okay. And coming back, how much was a steamboat back then? Okay, those who remember back then, before 2008, when Marina South is still available, how much was the steamboat that you paid for at Marina South? Can you just type it inside? At least I see. Are we from the same era? If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then that means you are the millennials lah. You don't know this place called Marina South. When you are born, it's already Marina Bay already, right? How much was it? Yes, okay, $10 to $12. Guys, $10 to $12. Can you believe? Now every time when I go Hai Di Lao with my family or with my friends, every single person, trust me, $50, $60. 5 people go $200-300 just to eat steamboat, right? So imagine inflation took place so much in Singapore that steamboat $10-12 now become $50-60 per pax. Okay, how can property price don't go up? So you look at this. I also share the development of Marina Bay at different. In fact, they started planning when I was born in the year 1983. Okay, then progressively they stabilize the land. Okay, they hold it there, make sure, because a lot of them are reclaimed land. We need to park there for a while, make sure all the sand and soil, okay, settle down. Okay, and they come up with this Marina Bay Financial Center, MBFC, that we commonly call it now. All these concepts are proposed in the early 2000s. Nobody believed because it's all flat land, right? But did it come up till now? Yes. Okay, this MBFC is fully completed in 2013. Yeah. Okay, let me just go to my next slide. Just last year, how many of you seen this news? Last year, they came out with this IR going on expansion. How much is it? 9 billion worth of expansion. Can you see that building beside the tree tower? It is coming up. Yeah. How is this tower, $9 billion, the extension of this casino going to help you? Guys, these are for foreigners. Okay. People who wants to put their money into Singapore. Will it help Singaporeans like us? Yes, it will bring up property price, provided, okay, you own a property. You want to benefit from government's planning, then we got no choice. We got to accept the monetary influx from foreigners, right? Okay, and recently, very famous, probably my salespeople also have shared with you, Greater Southern Waterfront story. Okay, you know, PSA, they are slowly going to remove it. In fact, a lot of PSA are already shifted to the west. Yeah. Okay. So moving forward, Greater Southern Waterfront is another URA master plan that's going to benefit people who buys near there. Yep. Okay. My question to you: if I can go back to the future, go back to the past, will you want to invest in your future? Imagine in 1980s when Singapore looked something like that. Okay, do you think it's a good idea? Okay, how much was landed property back then? Probably 100,000, 200,000. How much was HDB flat? I remember when I was born, my parents bought HDB 3-room flat at 60,000. How much are they worth now? If you ever buy a private property back then, how much was it worth? So if given a chance, will you want to invest in your future? If you will invest in the 1980s, can you just type yes? Okay, type yes in the comments below. All right. Next, moving forward, then there's a bit of improvement in the 1990s. Tall building starts to come up. And of course, do you see the transformation in the early 2000s? More things established, especially in the Marina Bay, in the city area. Okay, so coming back to my strategy number 2, you got to ask yourself, do you really believe in your government planning for Singapore's transformation? And how do you take advantage of this Singapore's transformation, okay, to make sure your property price goes up to the next level every maybe 5 to 10 years? Yeah. Next, just now, the first strategy was to tell you property is a long-term investment, okay? And many of you agree with me, okay? Now, today, 2020, if I ask you again, if I give you a chance to buy a property 10 to 15 years ago, okay, in the early 2000s, if you will buy a property, can you just give me a thumbs up or just say yes in the comments? Okay, I repeat, if you will buy a property 10, 15 years ago at that price, you just give me a thumbs up. Okay, yep. You see, so many people raise their hand. Okay, I just want to create that scenario. Why? I felt a lot of consumers or property buyers out there, they waited too long. They are trying to time the market. Okay, to me, later I'm going to prove to you with statistics. No need to time market one. Every market there is good property. There's every kind of situation there will be a good property for you to buy and will still make money. Okay, later I'll show you. Next, can you imagine this is Marina Bay in 2030? I don't know whether it will happen. I just want you to imagine when Marina Bay is fully air conditioned. I don't know how they create that bubble, but imagine this is how Marina Bay is going to look like. Imagine the car that you are going to drive, the building that you are going into your office is going to look like that. Okay. Then in 2030, I ask you again, if you can buy property 10 to 15 years ago, will you buy? Will you buy 10 to 15 years ago if we are in 2030 now? Okay, so to me, timing not the most important, but which property are you going to buy, right? I felt if you buy, no matter what market, you buy the right property, you will still make money. See, just now when I show you Dual residents, we started selling at the peak of the property price index. That's where people, my customers are commenting, wow, no, this is the peak. We shouldn't buy. We must wait for market downturn. Then let me ask you, those who didn't buy back then, did they lose out the opportunity to make that money? They did. Did they get older? Just now I talk about age. Did they get older? They did. Now your monthly installment become higher, right? Those people who buy back then, did they capitalize on these recent years of low interest rate? Yes, they did, right? So same thing. I want you to ask yourself again, okay? Because the next few slides is something about 2030. How many of you have seen this DBS report, okay, on the newspaper? Private new homes to cost $2,900 per square foot on average. Ladies and gentlemen, the key word here is on average, and it's gonna be $2,900. Okay, DBS local bank reported this thing. When is this? Oh, sorry, August 2019, just few months ago. Yeah, just few months ago, they announced 2030, we are gonna have this $2,900 per square foot. Yep. So my question back to you, the audience who are listening, you believe or not? Do you believe in what DBS says? Is it only DBS who say this thing? Let's check it out. Morgan Stanley in April 2017 says that property price, okay, will be on track to double by 2030. So the magic number here is 2030. Looks like our white paper, the whole world know our white paper is to achieve 6.9 million population, right? We are very in line. This is going to be our Singapore's transformation. Okay, they're going to build more residential. They're going to let more people in. Okay, so you see, these are reported in April 2017. Of course, from April 2017 until now, there's so much cooling measures. The rules change every now and then, right? Okay. Morgan Stanley came out again in July 2018. July 2018 is actually after the mad rush, okay, on the day of cooling measure, people queue up overnight to buy property, right? Remember? They came out with higher ABSD. But shortly after that, in October, okay, July 2018, okay, Morgan Stanley came out again to report whatever they reported in 2017 is still intact. They want to remind everybody, based on their analysis, okay, property price is going to double, okay, by 2030. Okay, and this is their forecast by Morgan Stanley. Best scenario is the one in green color. We will face a bull situation by 2030. Property price, okay, will become 126% more. Worst case scenario, okay, it will appreciate 73%. And if you ask me, how far are we away from 2030? Ladies and gentlemen, it's only 10 years. Okay, it's only 10 years away for property investment. No, not true. 10 years, in fact, is very short. That's why I want to remind you, okay, this is, I don't know, I think most likely it is going to happen. Even in a bull situation, I felt 73% is okay. 10 years, 73%. 1 year, you appreciate 7.3%. But what if this thing exit and you didn't manage to buy a property? What will happen when you ask yourself 2030? Yeah, you will regret. Okay. This is the third strategy. What time is it? Okay. Oh, sorry. I need to finish up this thing. Opportunity to enter and exit strategy is what you need to look at for property investment. Okay. I managed to pluck out this property price index. I rely a lot on this as well. I do a lot of analysis on this. Okay, I believe in facts and figure. So imagine 1975, which is the bottom left. This is how the prices back then are. This is not per square foot, just to clarify. This is just a measurement of how property in Singapore goes up and down. What I normally do is I actually plot this resistance and supporting line. Okay, can you see? Okay, and I always match the bottom to the bottom. I match the resistance line, the highest price to the highest price. Okay, what do you see here, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that our property price actually have got one general direction that we are heading? These are statistics, okay, since 1975, okay, 40 over years ago, right? Okay, let me just ask you a question. Can you see the one that I highlight in pink? The pink box, the pink colored area, what is that? If you can use one word to describe this thing, what would you call it? Okay, can you just type in the comments below if you can use something to describe the one in pink? How would you describe this thing? There's a spike, there's pig, okay, outline, pig, search, overpaying, miracle. Okay, I mean, to me, this thing, yeah, like some of you answer it correctly. To me, it's bubble. From now, if I look big picture, I look at property price index, I believe, I trust historical data, I will reckon that this is bubble. It is out of the resistance line. Price shouldn't go up. Did it come down? Did it go up very sharply and come down very sharply? Yes. Okay, so it went up so fast and it come down. People who buy back then, sure got people, 1,000 over people here. Anyone there is you don't mind admitting that you buy a property back then one? Can you just put inside? Say yes. Okay, at least I know you buy something. Why? You see, it takes about how many decades before the last high, the one in bubble, to reach the current high. They took about 2 decades. If they trust our strategy in number one, they believe that property is a long-term investment, even though you waited a bit longer, like 20 over years. Okay, today, if you sell, do you still make money? Okay, most of the time you still make money, right? So a lot of time property investment goes back to strategy number one. Property investment is a long-term game, so no need to time the market. Yeah, just need to buy the right property. Okay, these are recent years. You look at this, I put them in blue color. Okay, blue color tells you every time property price appreciate, how long, how many quarters will it appreciate. Okay, so every year we got 4 quarters. So if you average this thing out, every appreciation will actually last about 16, 17 quarters, which is a few years. Then there's peak, there's bottom. Okay, same thing, I plot the supporting line. Now we are at the start of recovery. So the one in red, is this still a good time? Okay, to me, I felt we are very near to supporting line. Okay, meaning to say, very unlikely property price index is going to go below supporting line, right? So to me, as long as I'm not near to the peak, I'm not near to the resistance line, this time, okay, I close 2 eyes. I also think that it is a good time to at least open up my options and start considering which property to go into. Okay. Next, this one golden question. When is the best time to buy a property? So this is the same chart that I showed you just now, but I just want to have some interaction, some engagement, like what I say in the first place. Okay. You see, I put there A. Okay. How many of you will buy property at A at the peak? Okay. If you will buy at A, you just type A. Okay. That's 1996, 1997. How many of you will buy slightly below the peak? That means when the peak it goes down a little bit, you will start to buy. Okay. Can you just type in the comments and the chat group? Okay. Just type B. And how many of you would love to buy property at the bottom of the chart, bottom of the property price index? Can you just type C? At least I know you are somebody, you want to wait for the price to go bottom, then you want to go in one. Okay. Or last but not least, how many of you agree with me that you want to buy property? You think the best time to buy property is actually at the recovery. After the bottom, it goes up a little bit. Okay, can you just type your answer A, B, C, or D inside? Let's have some interaction. Let me just look at it. Wow, wow, keep it coming, keep it coming. All right. There's A, there's B, majority C. Now I start to see some D. All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, can I announce my answer? I may not be right, yeah? Okay, my answer is very simple. Okay, so for those who type C, 对不起, there's no such thing. I'm sorry about that. There's no such thing as bottom you want to go in. Why? You will never know whether this quarter is the best time to enter. Okay, you don't know whether is it the bottom of the bottom. Okay, you will only know it is the bottom when the next quarter property price index come out. It went up already, then you know that is the bottom. So I'm very sorry if you type C. My model answer from Z is actually D. Okay, D is the best time for you to buy. You know, property buyers out there, they cannot wait anymore. They must put in their money already. Okay, that's where they are willing to buy at a higher price. That's why property price index will go up. So I repeat again, D is the best time to buy a property. Are we at D now? Yes, we are at D now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me just continue. Okay, I always share with customer about this story. Okay, when I first came into this industry, my first private property that I sold is this condo. Okay, if you know this condo, can you just type the condo name inside? Yes, it's not Pebble Bay, it's Costa Ru. Okay, you know, every time we drive past ECP, okay, we will always see this iconic cone-shaped property. That's Costa Ru. Yep, a lot near stadium. Yes, yes. Okay, my first private property transaction, I sold it to my buyer back then, 620,000. It was a 2-bedroom, 1399 square feet. Guys, yes, you never hear wrongly. 2-bedroom is 1399 square feet. Today, 1399 square feet is probably a 4-bedroom or a 5-bedroom in a mass market. Yeah, back then when I was selling this, 1399 is a common size for a 2-bedroom, and it is only worth 620,000. Okay, in 2006, if you got money, and you met me, probably could have sold this property to you. And if you will buy this property at 620,000, can you just type 620,000? Okay, Guess what is the price today? What is the price today? 1.1 million on average. Okay, in 14 years, this property went up in value, almost $500,000. Yeah. Okay, let me show you one more example. Where is this place? If you know this condo, can you just type in the condo name? Yes, not Simei Green. This is East Point Green. Yeah, this is beside the hospital, Changi Hospital. This is the facing that's facing the hospital. Okay, so when you exit Simei, this is the first condo that you will see, right? Okay, this is why I show this example is because this is the cheapest condo I ever sold in my whole 14 years tenure. Okay, can somebody guess how much is it in back then in 2006? Can you just type a price inside? How much do you think a 2-bedroom, 958 square feet will cost you in 2006? Okay, can you just type it inside? 500K, 700K. Wow, I'm sorry to disappoint all of you. Okay, 90% of you all are wrong. Okay, I actually sold it at 390,000. My cheapest, 958 square feet. Now you go any HDB 4-room flat. Can you buy at 390,000? You can't even buy a 4-room HDB flat now. Is it very long ago? Not really. It's only 14 years. Right? You agree with me? 14 years is not very long. Today, okay, not a lot, 850,000. But my question to you is, I show you Costa Ru, I show you East Point Green. Yeah, people will say, yeah, that's back then. How we know? Probably some of you are not born yet, probably. Okay. Will you buy them now? I show you the chart. In fact, since 2006, it has appreciated all the way till maybe 2013. Okay. Now the prices comes to a plateau. Okay. My question to you, will you buy? Can you just type your answer inside? Okay. What happened? You look at the line, the red line that I plot. Is it still going up in terms of pricing? Okay. No point buying now. Yes, I totally agree with you. Why? What happened? Because this condominium, to me, I think they have already stagnant in terms of pricing. This condo has already exhausted. Okay. So the question is, what have you learned from these two condominium? Okay. First, maintaining them is not easy. A lot of them have got worn out wardrobe, toilet is a lot of wear and tear. You pay higher maintenance to change. Recently East Point Green just changed swimming pool. You pay higher maintenance fee. Okay, so if you're buying resale now, this is part of your consideration. Your tenant is going to knock on your door more frequently than a new condo. Your neighbors bought at 390,000. How many of you don't mind buying 850,000, 900,000 today, but your neighbors are buying at 400,000, 500,000? Why? Because if I buy 500,000, can I sell at 700,000? Can I sell at 750,000? That's probably the reason why we still have got a limitation in appreciating in terms of capital, right? Because your neighbors bought so much cheaper. If they are in a hurry, they can sell cheap. Agree? Next. Yeah, it's the same point that I cover. Older condo always have limitation because your neighbors bought lower. Okay. Okay, now you have got a choice. Before you make your property investment, you got to ask yourself, which one more important? Okay, rental yield. Typically in Singapore, 2 to 3% per annum, okay, is something that we are looking at. Is it good? Yes, some people are happy with that, but I felt it has been there for so many years. Okay. If your property agent can find something that is 4 or 5%, I think it's quite rare. And if you can see it, you should grab it as soon as possible. To me, rental, what is important is rentability. You shouldn't leave it vacant. You should have a back-to-back tenancy. As soon as you can find a replacement tenant, that is more important, because every month that you leave it vacant, you are going to lose money in terms of installment. But to me, in Singapore, what is important is actually capital appreciation. Okay. I want everyone to at least look at mid to long term, like at least 8 to 10 years, to see the fruit okay, of your property. Okay, estimated, if you don't want to, even though just now I show you 100%, it can be my own experience. Okay, you no need, you can be more conservative. You just predict every 10 years 50%. I felt good enough. Okay, if there's more, it goes 100%, 150%, that will be a bonus. Okay, then capital appreciation will help younger people. Why? Because every time when you capital appreciation, you can take out the money and now you can sell one, buy two. You can sell two, buy four. Okay, that's how you multiply, okay, in planning for long term. I just want to touch on a bit HDB resale and new launch. Okay, I believe a lot of you all have seen this thing. Is HDB depreciating asset? Okay, why I want to share this is because I believe out of the 1,000 over people inside our webinar now, okay, I think some of you own HDB. You are still contemplating, you want to keep the HDB, then go and buy one more, okay, pay ABSD, I don't know, or you prefer to sell. But this is what I have been seeing, okay, especially old HDB. You see, if you are in the 30s, 40s, I think it's time for you to look at this HDB property again. Will it continue to make money for you like how my parents made money from HDB? Can this 400,000-500,000 that you're going to buy now, or you don't want to sell this property, will it go up in value to 700,000, 800,000 in 10 to 15 years time? I doubt so. Why? Because government minister came out so many times to tell you end of 99 years, not only HDB, private property, it will become zero, right? That's why you see even good locations, okay, there's a lot of old HDB, they are all in a situation whereby their value is depreciating. I can just name you like Jurong, Bedok, okay, Tua Payoh. Is Tua Payoh a good location? It's a city fringe. Do you know there are properties HDB because they are old, 40, 50 years old? They are only worth like maybe 200, 300,000, even though it is a prime Tua Payoh in terms of HDB context. Yeah, why is this thing happening? Because HDB, when you get old, value will drop. So what do you learn? Old HDB drops in value. And the other thing I always tell my customer, valuation done, okay, for every transaction is actually appointed by HDB valuer. Yeah, the HDB valuer is appointed by HDB. And I just want to tell you lah, in short, you see 80% of us stay in HDB. HDB is for a roof over your head. Is never an investment. If you agree with me, you just type yes inside. Okay, I repeat, HDB is not an investment. Okay, don't buy HDB to make money. Okay, I just want to give you more example. You see, when I can relate to you in terms of case study, you can learn from other people, right? Okay, I'm going to show you this Bayshore vicinity. If you know Bayshore, they are actually situated in the District 16, okay, in the east. Okay, we have got 3 condominiums launched at different time. Of course, the most famous one, since many years, those property investors will definitely know this project called Bayshore Park. Why? The land started 1982. I wasn't even born yet. Is it still there? Yes, still there. 1,000 unit. Okay, very iconic. Then comes 1993, the Bayshore, and of course 20 years ago, okay, Costa del Sol also came into the market in 1997. Okay, I just want to give you a comparison. These are the locations just in case you are not familiar. Costa del Sol is the newest one, and you see they have got Bayshore MRT station beside this, right? Red color is Costa del Sol. So is MRT station favorable? Is it going to help these 3 condominiums up their value? Let's look at it. Okay, so if you look carefully here, Bayshore Park, which is the oldest project, is in yellow color. The Bayshore, okay, the second child is the green color. Okay, the youngest kid in the family is Costa del Sol, which is in blue color. First and foremost, I want to break them up into different time frame. Okay, you look at the yellow and green first. Is there a disparity in terms of price in about 2001? Okay, when Costa del Sol start coming into the market, is there a disparity in price? Is yellow cheaper than green? How much cheaper? and now it's green cheaper than blue, okay, in 2001. The per square foot difference is only about 120 to 150,000. This is exactly the same scenario, okay? If you are a consumer, every time you ask my ERA consultant, why this new launch, I should pay a premium, okay? Why don't I go and get the resale? Okay, later I'll further explain. So now you make a choice. You want to buy blue color, green color, or yellow color in 2001. Okay, so people who jump into different condo, they benefit differently, right? So you see, fast forward 2005 thereabout, Costa del Sol TOP, they take about 3 to 4 years to build, then TOP. Okay, now what happened? You realize that the green and blue, in terms of pricing, the disparity now become 220 to 250,000. Why did this thing happen? Okay, because when blue color TOP, okay, the green color, yellow color tenants all jump into the brand new condo. I am a tenant, I got no loyalty. Even though you are a nice landlord, you can buy me gold class ticket, okay, every year when I renew. But when I see a new condo in the location that I like, okay, TOP, I will want to jump into it. Why? Because I got new facilities, right? I got less wear and tear, okay? So TOP do make a difference. Every time TOP, based on my experience, price will go up another time one. Okay, the second time frame, probably you compare 2007 all the way to recent, you realize that Costa del Sol actually appreciated 75%, so much more than the green and the blue. Okay, then now the difference is still 220 to 250,000. And what's scarier about this resale condominium is you realize that the green and blue, right? Okay, actually comes together. Okay, they are stagnant already. It doesn't matter whether you are built in the 1990s or 1980s. When you are old, you are old. When you are exhausted, you are exhausted. So now the per square foot for the Bayshore and Bayshore Park is together. So my question is, what do you learn from this? Previous high per square foot when you buy Costa del Sol, when they first launched, will be even higher. Okay, disparity in terms of per square foot comes together when these properties, they age, when they become old. Okay, prices come together. Okay, if you agree, you can just say yes. Okay, just raise your hand. At least I know you are listening. And you say TOP is one significant difference that you're going to have, you're going to enjoy. Why? Because when I TOP, when I'm brand new, all these people, when I buy Costa del Sol, I already know. When I TOP Bayshore and Bayshore Park and the rest of the small projects, everybody will come and enjoy the full facilities. If I'm not wrong, Costa del Sol got like more than 10 swimming pools. Yeah, people will want to enjoy. When higher rental, if you are a landlord, suddenly your rental goes up. Okay, will you up your selling price? You will, because it gives you a good return. So high rental yield gives you high capital appreciation. Okay, let me give you one or two more examples. Okay, 2013, 14, when we launched Marina One. Okay, just now I talked about Marina Bay. Okay, back then you you decided not to listen to the ERA consultant. You go and buy the sale, right? Okay, even though property price index comes down. Okay, for the past 7 years, Marina One prices actually went up. One is new launch, one is resale, right? Even though they buy at the peak of property price index, they still make money. So is timing important? Not so true. The product is more important, right? You look at the sale. How many of you will buy the sale now? Wow, very low. It gets even lower. I should enter. If you will buy the sale, can you just type the sale? At least I see who is it. Next, I show you Commonwealth. Launched at the same time. Property price index was at the peak. TDSR just came in. People say, wow, totally destruct the whole real estate market in Singapore. They decided, I don't buy Commonwealth Towers, so small. Who will want to stay in this kind of project? I go and buy the Queens, so big, also beside MRT station. What happened? You look at the price for Commonwealth Towers and the Queens. Okay, which one go up? New launch went up. What happened to the resale? Until now, it's still stagnant, exhausted, okay, plateau already. Will it continue to go up? Yes, maybe when we reach the next level of pricing, then maybe they will go up. Okay, so what do you learn from this again? Don't choose the wrong property. Okay, it can be in the same location, same master plan, but trust me, it makes a difference when you choose the wrong property. Okay, you see, Marina One, Commonwealth Towers, people benefited. Yeah, so this is the buying behavior in Singapore that you have to learn. Okay, to me, property is about buying behavior. You buy what your future buyer wants to buy. Okay, then you will profit from that. New launch always have an advantage in terms of capital appreciation. So this is something that you need to take note if you want to multiply your property. Okay, this is something I pluck out. Okay, you might say these properties are in good location, that's why this thing happened. Okay, so I put them into different region: RCR, OCR, CCR. Good and bad location, in location, whatever you term it. Okay, in terms of new home price, the trend never comes down one. For 15 years, market don't know go up and down how many times already, but the trend for new homes in Singapore just never come down. Okay, so if you're contemplating whether you want to enter new launch, okay, go and talk to my ERA consultant. I think new launch is the way to go, at least for the next few years. Yeah, new launch prices went up over time. Okay, why this thing happened? I just want to elaborate more. I also show you different example. Yeah, launch at different time, 2014, 16, 17 at different location. I got mass market. Okay, I got city fringe. I got CCR. Okay, RCR. Sorry. Yeah. So we have got Forestwood in Hougang. We got Commonwealth, Actra going to TOP already. All these prices went up because of pricing strategy. So developer, trust me, most of the time when they launch, okay, they will always take away discount when they start to sell units. The more they sell, the more discounts they take away. This is an open secret. So you always have an advantage when you buy early. Okay, developer, I say again, they always take away discount when they sell more. Same thing, if you are selling something, okay, if you are running your own business, this is what you will do as well. Okay, when your supply gets limited, you will up the price. Okay, last comparison before we end the whole thing. Okay, this is in Robertson Quay. Okay, I just want to feature 4 condominiums. One is Martin Modern, which is the latest project. Okay, Rivergate built in 200 TOP in 2009. Martin Place Residence, TOP in 2011. So you realize there's an 11 years gap, okay, from Martin Place and Martin Modern. Of course, there's also Starlight Suites, okay, a small boutique development, only 80 units. Even though Starlight Suite is not very comparable because they got this thing called freehold for Starlight Suites, Martin Place and also Rivergate. So I decided, why don't I just put Starlight Suites, okay, because there's people who enter buying Starlight Suites at that point in time. Let me show you what happened. Sorry, let me show you the map first. Okay, this is Martin Modern, this is Martin Place, and also Rivergate, and you can see Starlight Suite is just beside Martin Modern. In fact, Starlight Suites, they actually enjoy Martin Modern's pool view moving forward because Martin Modern is going to TOP already. Look at the prices. Blue color is Martin Modern. Okay, we launched, I remember when we launched in 2017, we set the record price in Robertson Quay. People was thinking, crazy, why would I want to buy your 99 years Martin Modern, the one in blue color, at $2,100, $2,200 per square foot? Obviously, if you are a smart investor, you should go and buy the freehold, not so old. Yeah, when Martin Modern TOP, Martin Place is only like 11 years old, not so old. Okay, we should enter the freehold. Then people who wants to like new things, then they consider an even newer one. Okay, Starlight Suites. Okay, so what happened? You see, in terms of appreciation, Martin Modern went up at least 20%. Within how long? Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not wrong, it's only 12 to 18 months. It went up 20%. Okay, we are left with the last few units. Okay, speak to our ERA consultant if you still want some good deals in that location. And I want to tell you, Martin Modern, the price will still continue to go up. You remember the TOP effect? It is going to happen in Martin Modern exactly like what? Like Costa del Sol, Bayshore Park. What's gonna happen to Rivergate and Martin Place tenant when Martin Modern TOP? If you are tenant, what will you do? If you move into Martin Modern, can you just type MM inside the chat group? Okay, can you just type MM inside the chat group? If you are tenant, what will you do when Martin Modern TOP? Okay. So you see, what do you learn from this? Well, a lot of people type MM. Sorry, you all flooded my screen again. Buy new. If you can, always buy new. Even though there's freehold beside you, not so significant. Okay, the tenure not so important. If you can, buy new. Second, buy big piece of land. Why I say this is because look at Starlight Suites, freehold as well, small boutique development. Okay, when people just don't enjoy the facilities, they just don't want to pay a premium for that. Why would I want to pay a premium for a cozy condo with no facilities? And do you know small projects most of the time actually pay a higher maintenance fee? Okay, and you must understand, these are opportunity. 11 years since the last launch. To me, Rivergate, Martin Place, and Martin Borden, they are same type, same caliber kind of property, big land. But there's a demand there. Why? Because it has been some time since we launched a good project in that location called Robertson Quay. So that's why when Martin Modern comes in, people are very receptive. There's a lot of people from Martin Place and also from Rivergate bring their children, go there and buy a new unit there. Okay, that's why prices will always go up. If this location, after some time, there's no good launches, okay, when you launch it, people will buy. Buy from a reputable developer. I think this is utmost important, okay, especially in a location like Robertson Quay. You want to know that who is this developer? What have they built before? Okay, some of my customers go to the extent whereby they go and see other projects built by this developer, okay, to see whether they want to buy the project that they want to buy. Okay, in summary, if you have not been listening to what I say, okay, you just need to look at this slide. You will somehow or rather understand, okay, the three strategies, Zac's three real estate investment strategy. Okay, number one, I just do a recap, summary. Property is a long-term investment. Okay, when I say long-term, you must be able to hold at least a 10 to 15 years. Then you can see the fruit of your labor. Okay, if you cannot hold, go for a smaller property. Okay, something that is more sustainable, something that during difficult times you still can pay monthly installment, or at least buy something whereby it is rentable, right? At least your tenant pay your monthly installment. Second strategy, rely a bit on this thing called the Singapore's transformation. This is what you need to trust. You need to trust your URA. You need to trust your government, okay, that this thing is going to happen. You want to do more research, go to URA website, go to URA gallery. They tell you upfront what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. It's up to you whether you want to trust, you want to believe. Okay, based on my experience, I think better believe. Yeah. Last but not least, the opportunity to enter. At which part are we at the property price index now? We are at the beginning of the recovery. Even though with cooling measures, prices tends to creep up slowly. Imagine government leave all the cooling measures, what will happen? Right? It's like every day you go to gym, your hand also will get tired, right? But if you give your hand a break, will you become stronger? You will. Okay, so trust me. In fact, this cooling measure has been paying off so far. Without this cooling measure, probably we already have got bubble, like what I showed you just now. Okay, back then in the 90s, we don't have a lot of cooling measures. That's why prices went up so fast. Okay, so in fact, I am very happy that we have got all these cooling measure. And trust me, you can buy your second property, pay ABSD, okay, 12%. I think it's still worth it. Why? Because long term, it's going to give you at least 50 to 100% returns. You minus 12%, you are still going to make, right? End of the day, if you don't go into this purchase, where are you going to put your money? You got to ask yourself, will you make more? Okay, you can make a bit lesser because you pay ABSD, but to me, making lesser is better than don't make, right? Okay, and also exit strategy. Sometimes comes back to the HDB and the resale condo. You just got to ask yourself, will people buy this resale HDB in 5 to 10 years time at a premium from you? It can be cheap. They are cheap for a reason. They are low price for a reason. Per square foot low is there for a reason. Okay. Where are you now? Whether you want to enter the market, what is your plan in the next 5 to 10 years? When are you going to exit? I think you have to speak to my ERA consultant. Okay. Yes, these are the summary of the 3 real estate investment strategy that I shared. Okay, in fact, there's more to that. So I want to emphasize again, don't just because of this 3 strategy, make your property decision, go and speak to your ERA consultant. Okay, I'm done. I just want to take a few question and answer. Okay, let me just look at the Q&A. If you have got any question and answer, can you just put it inside? Wait, let me just see my chat group. Okay, we will give priority for people who register for webinar. Okay, we will want to answer their question first. Okay,
While
so
Zac consolidate the questions, right? Please note that only those attendees with the first name and last name and valid questions will have the opportunity to have their questions answered by the speaker first.
so where do I see all these questions? Sorry.
The Q&A?
Under Q&A, the 15 questions, right?
Yes, correct.
Wow, 15 questions. Okay. Okay, I cannot answer what is coming in. There's more questions, but I just look at, give me just 1 to 2 minutes. Let me just read which one I want to answer. The one that I answer hopefully can benefit more people, Kaya.
Yeah, it's already 6:27, so maybe because of time, we'll just limit to 3 questions for you to answer, Zac.
Can, no problem.
Well, this is interesting, Zac. Eddie Talk is asking you, which project did you invested recently?
Hi, Asta.
Park Esta. Eddie, that's your answer for you.
Okay, property does not grow at a fixed rate annually or by inflation. Is there any cycles? There's always cycles up and down. Through the down cycle, it is always higher than the last. What is the strategy to manage this? Okay, so I repeat, this viewer mentioned that property don't grow in a fixed rate, like how other investment probably can promise you. Okay, there's always up and down, but how do you manage this down cycle? Okay, I think it boils down to my first strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you buy something that you are able to hold. Okay, if you cannot hold, I don't think you should enter the market. Okay, you buy a property whereby you can last at least 10-15 years. Okay, you don't need to sell off your property just in case you need money. Okay, so this will be the best investment strategy that you should adopt. Okay, if you want to take care of this question, cycle up and down. Okay, so this is what you need to take note. Buy long term. Okay, this one answer live. Well, for those who ask me specific condos, I think I don't want to answer them. Should we buy 99 years property? Guys, to me, 99 years freehold, it boils down to what are you comparing it with. Okay, there's nothing wrong buying 99 years. Then I also want to re-emphasize, there's also nothing wrong buying freehold property. Okay, there's a lot of freehold people who only wants to buy freehold. Okay, nothing wrong. End of the day, buy a property that will make money. Okay, how do you know which one? You speak to my ERA consultant. Okay, 99 freehold, it really boils down to which project, which location that you are comparing. Like just now when I show you Martin Modern, didn't Martin Modern make more money than all the freeholds? Yeah, okay, 99 years property can still make money. Yep, okay, so I hope I answer, maybe I answer one more.
Zac, this is interesting. From Wei, what size of condo, studio, 1 or 2 bedroom will make more money better? Especially for investors.
Okay, let me answer this. Wait, who is asking? Oh, Wei. Okay. Let me answer this last question. Okay. What size of condo, studio, 1, 2, 3 bedroom is better for investment? Okay. Same thing. It boils down to where are you looking at? Okay, different part of Singapore. I suggest different type Okay, example, if you're buying mass market, okay, whereby your potential buyers, who are they? They are HDB upgraders. They are probably people staying with parents, wants to buy their own condo because they are in their 30s. Probably there are people who are staying in HDB, they want to upgrade into their condo, a new condo. So normally when at that point in time when you want to sell to a HDB upgrader, what would they have? Okay, they would have family, they are married, they have got 1 or 2 kids, or maybe like me, 3 kids. Okay, mass market, most of the time, if you want to target this thing, probably 3-4 bedroom is ideal. Okay, but that doesn't mean that 1-2 bedroom cannot buy. Okay, so it depends on who you want to target. A lot of people cannot afford the down payment, that's why they got no choice but to buy the 1 to 2 bedroom. Okay, so end of the day, size is another thing that you need to consider when choosing the type. Why? Because 3 bedroom, probably let's take an example. If it is 1,000 square feet, okay, if it goes up $300 per square foot, you capitalize 300,000, right? But on the other hand, you got to ask yourself, is every investor got a down payment to buy or not? Can every investor have that the capability to take that loan or not? Not always. Okay, and you say different part of the city as well. Different part of city, I would recommend whether is it studio, 1 bedroom, and there's also ultra luxury property whereby, hey, I see people come in buy 10, 20, 30 million property because of the size. Okay, so it boils down to where are you talking about, where are you interested in, or maybe you should seek advice from my ERA consultant, which is the best condo, and let them do a comparison review. Then that will probably solve the question, which one, the bedroom types, which one is better. Okay, I hope I answer your question. Okay, John, anything else?
Right. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much, Zac, for such an in-depth sharing, especially all the various property price comparison case studies. I'm sure many home buyers now have a better understanding what new homes to look out for after this session. All right. If you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, can you click the raise hand button to show your agreement with Zac?
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, Zac, congratulations. Seems like there are many appreciative hands raised. Look like some of these hands are going to make a booking soon. And why not, folks? Do you know that you can buy a condo remotely during circuit breaker? Ask the trusted advisor who has invited you here today on how to book a property remotely. We have all the digital forms ready to be signed by you. Most things, if not all, can be done remotely with ERA. For those of you who have more questions, please feel free to drop us an email at ttalk@era.com.sg. I repeat, TEATALK, ttalk@era.com.sg. And we will certainly forward your questions for Zac to answer. Next, if you would like to get hold of today's presentation slides, it will also be made available within the next 24 hours. For ERA teammates, the presentation slides will be uploaded to My ERA, Training and Seminars tab, Ultimate Consumer Seminar. I repeat, My ERA, Training and Seminars tab, Ultimate Consumer Seminar. Currently, our past 5 Ultimate Consumer Seminar slides have already been uploaded on My ERA. For ERA clients, please feel free to request the presentation slides from the trusted advisor who has invited you today, and they will send you the slides within 1 or 2 days. Finally, if you have any burning questions about which new properties you can buy or which region you should buy, please do not hesitate to call your trusted real estate advisor now. All ERA teammates have been adequately equipped with the relevant knowledge to help you in all your property investment queries. Meantime, do you know you can view new homes remotely at the comfort of your own home? We have compiled a series of virtual tours for you at 360.eraprojects.sg. This is our latest online initiatives where all our projects with virtual tours are hosted. So what are you waiting for? After hearing all this, don't you want to check out the new properties now at 360.eraprojects.sg? Have a wonderful evening, everyone. See you again at our next Tea Talk session. Ciao.
Thank you. Dora, you can take over.